the next 4 companies who have equally done exceptional work. So this was a recognition as champions. So you can have multiple companies who could be champions if you would have attained a certain threshold in performance, right? So the next one is in the banking industry. In the banking industry, it was a very close contest between CIMB and Maybank in terms of overall customer experience. So for CIMB, they get a champion in the area of self-service, online, mobile, and overall experience. And representing CIMB is Mr. Vijay Manoharan, Executive Vice President and Head of Regional Digital Banking and Decision Management. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Mr. Vijay Manoharan. Congratulations. Next is in the insurance industry, we have Etiqa, who has done exceptionally well in the area of self-service, branch, mobile, and overall customer experience. And also in the medical industry, they have done extremely well in the area of self-service as well as branch. Joining us from Etiqa is Harvey Frank Chamberlain, Chief Marketing Officer. Congratulations and welcome. In the telecommunications industry, we have Maxis that has done extremely well in the area of in-store as well as contact center. And joining us on stage is Mr. Cheong Tatt, who is the Head of Customer Service Channels, Sales and Service at Maxis. Congratulations and welcome. And finally, we have RHB Bank, which has done extremely well in the area of online, branch, and contact centers. And representing RHB is Mr. Nazri Othman, who is the Head Group Retail Distribution for RHB Bank. Congratulations. Thank you. Excellent. So can we start here with CIMB maybe? Tell us a little bit about where you are in your customer experience journey in the bank, and what are those best practices? Maybe one great practice that you're very proud of, in your bank, and maybe we'll do similarly for the others as well.
So thank you for having us here. Unlike what the earlier folks have shared, we're also going through a huge learning process and transformation in our entire customer experience journey for us. So we see it as a learning process, and we see it as something that we continue having to evolve from where we are today and keeping pace with not just our peers in industry, but also with peers or non-competitors with other industries, be it online retailers, e-commerce, airlines. So we try to keep abreast, not just within the banking sector, but see how we look beyond it. Because today, as we all know, for banks at least, we're not measured against how we do against each other when it comes to customer experience, but actually how customers perceive us vis-a-vis the other services they enjoy. So we are ranked not against each other, but we are ranked against the best in service, whether we benchmark against Singapore Airlines or a hotel or Ritz-Carlton. So we look at ourselves as the journey to evolve and continue to better ourselves. A few things that we're doing that we're quite happy about, this whole sort of a once and done sort of fulfillment where we try to ensure when a customer comes to us, at least in the online, mobile, digital channels, we try to solve their needs instantly at the same time. So we work towards this whole instant, immediate, once and done sort of enablement. So if you come to us, we'll try to resolve your issues, your queries immediately, instantly, without having to make you wait, come back, or follow up with you. That's one of the few things we try to pride ourselves and do better at. And so evolving journey, and we're trying to do more of. Aside to that, we always talk about 3 Ps in marketing. Those of us who went to school 10, 20 years ago, we think about marketing as 3 Ps. It's also what we try to internalize as 3 Ps for service, which are people, product, people, process, and powered by technology. So we think those 3 Ps are very important, and the bedrock of it is our people and how we internalize service in our people's mindset.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thanks. All right, don't hesitate, clap. Okay. For all the years' hard work, it's just this clap. So might as well we do it right, yeah? Harvey? Yeah.
Okay, I'm Harvey from Etiqa. For us, we're also on a journey with customer experience. We have an established customer experience working group which takes people from across the business at senior and junior levels and basically identifies initiatives and things we can actually do to improve the customer experience, measure it, see what happens. I mean, insurers, like most of the other insurers in this room, we have some fairly standard stuff that has to be in place by law, complaints monitoring, measurement, looking at response times and things like that. So we have all that stuff in place. I think the working group, our customer experience working group is kind of fairly unique for us. And there's a lot of things we're actually doing with it. And we see it quite closely. It's aligned with treating customers fairly, which is kind of, again, a regulatory requirement. Treating customers fairly for us is just treating customers how you want to be treated yourself, So, and that carries through from the distribution process right through to kind of the moment of truth when the person presents you with a claim or something like that. And for us, it's quite, we have multiple distribution channels. We have agencies. We have a very close working relationship with Maybank. We have brokers. We have an online platform. So we have representatives from all these different channels on the working group, our customer service people, our complaints management people and things like that. So all of them are part of this working group and we actually get things done. And there's a few initiatives, but maybe I'll talk about those a bit later. We actually do, which are quite interesting. So.
Excellent. Congratulations to you, Harvey. Mr. Tan?
Okay, Manoj, you asked about the one critical factor that important to the organization. For us, a very critical factor is we have a belief of delivering unmatched customer experience to our customers. And this principle actually linked the whole company. So as Jasmine said, delivering customer experience is not necessarily the responsible of the customer service, but it's the responsible for everyone at the company. So what we did is we start from each stage of the value chain. On the products, we ensure that our products deliver the peace of mind experience to the customers. If customer were to go roaming, in the past, customer could have get a bill shock of up to 10,000 ringgit. We have changed that. We have taken a hit on revenue impact, but we are brave in making those decisions to make sure that at the end, the customers, when they use our service with a peace of mind without any shocking experience. We want them to have a exciting experience, not shocking experience. And we go to other part. We pride ourselves as a company who have been 20 years in the industry. We have a lot of established processes, very good procedures and so on. So we took the challenge of challenging ourselves to review all these processes. So what we did is, while the process has been very reliable, serve its purpose, we want to see what we can even further step up the experience and deliver the unmatched customer experience to our customers. So things like we could do a SIM card replacement in 15 minutes. We challenge ourselves to do it in 5 seconds, for example. And then the other part will be on network. Our network colleagues, instead of only measuring the network statistic based on the usual drop call, usual network, very technical network parameters, they measure those based on the customer experience. And that, again, is a different way of us measuring customer experience. In customer service, again, we rely on our very important customer-facing team, and we call them superheroes, and they are indeed superheroes. They address those issues concerned by customers. But today, what we are progressively doing is instead of trying to resolve it in a very firefighting mode, we try to engage customers and deliver and proactively provide solutions to the customers. And that, we believe, is a very important aspect of delivering the whole unmatched customer experience to our customers.
Excellent. Thank you very much and congratulations. And finally, Mr. Nazri Othman.
Yeah, okay. At RHB, what we have done was last year, we embarked into a project, we call it Connect. Basically, what we do in Connect is we engage, all the, teams or rather groups from the front end right up to the back end, identifying what are the issues, what are the obstacles, and then, trying to see how we can improve the processes and then also the people in terms of the training and also the procedures, right? So this particular Connect project is, I think, one of the biggest important factor is that it's not only, or rather is driven by the group MD himself, okay? He himself sits in the steering committee, which we do it on a monthly basis. So he will also provide his support in terms of making sure that if there are any issues with relevant parties, he will make sure that this thing gets done. So what we're trying to do over at RHB is that we like to go back to basic. Basic, what we mean here is that providing fast, efficient service to customers, make sure that their data are kept secured, things like that. So, for example, before this, I must say that if you open an account at RHB, it probably takes about 20-30 minutes, just open a saving account or current account. But now we are very proud to say that we can do it within 10 minutes. So those are one of the things that we have done when we review some of the processes in terms of providing good customer experience. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you and congratulations. So maybe one final comment. Where do you see in the future? What is your vision? What would you like to push the boundaries of customer experience moving forward? Or maybe what is one piece of final comment you would like to leave with us?
So to us in CIMB, we are moving to this whole view that today banking has evolved as we all see it, and the customer should be able to bank anywhere, anytime at their convenience, and be able to get the mindset that we have. The bank is no longer in the branch. At least some of us feel very strongly, in my personal view, the branch does not represent the bank in the future. So we like to think the bank is actually in your palm. It's actually in your mobile phone. It's on your smartphone. So we are enabling your mobile phone just as powerful, if not more powerful, than actually walking into a physical premise of a bank. So what we imagine, and this I don't think so applies for only us, but in the future, 5-10 years from now, you'll have your bank in your pocket, you have your bank in your palm, and you'll walk around with your bank 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's already happening, but we tend to believe, I think it will happen even at the greatest rapidly increasing speed over the next 2-3 years.
Excellent. Great comment. Harvey?
I think for us, one of the things we're striving for is to live our mantra, which is humanizing financial services. Insurance is a complicated thing. It's people struggle to understand it. There's lots of complicated contracts and things like that involved, and to make it a more human experience is for us quite important. So, and it's a journey we're on, and I've mentioned the kind of things we have in place to push it along. Some of the things we've recently done, which I think we can actually build on, is we recently, insurers, we have 50-year contracts or longer with customers, and a policy matures and the customer hasn't contacted you for their value. So we recently ran a campaign to actually get customers to come in, or for next of kin of customers to come in and actually tell us, look for their policies, contact us, even if they think they've got a policy, to get hold of us, so we can end up paying them their money. The other thing we've got is, we being the size we are, we get heavily exposed to a lot of natural disasters, which kind of unfortunately, the floods and things like that. And we're actively out there paying those claims, paying them quickly. It's a reality. People after those kind of things, they don't have their documents. They're in a bit of a traumatic situation. The last thing we want to do is put them through more loops. And it's all about, they've got this policy, they want peace of mind, pay them quickly. And another thing we've been doing, which is kind of similar to that, is actively scanning the newspapers on a daily basis, looking for disasters and things that have gone wrong, and then checking if they are our customers, and then contacting them or their next of kin to be able to settle quite quickly. There's little things like that, which you add them up, for us will be kind of put us on the way to being kind of a proper humanized financial services company.
Oh, outstanding, outstanding.
For us, in Maxis, we believe we are doing quite well in terms of the respective channels. But what we need to focus on is to make sure that we are able to provide seamless experience when customers use different channels. Today, we have a platform that we enable that, but we need to further enhance this platform to make sure that the seamless experience is improved. We want the customer who walk into our store will be able to complete the remaining transaction if you were to go online, and vice versa. And this is probably challenge us to go into the next level of complexity. And with the team that we have that able to now engage customers in a more proactive manner, I believe we can move into that stage.
Excellent. Thank you. Yes, no problem.
Yeah, at RHB, we also believe that one way forward is to focus very much into the, electronic, digital, and also kiosk banking. These are the things I think that to cater very much for the new generation of customers is coming on board, which we feel that, that will differentiate us among our competitors. So I think that's what we are concentrating on.
Excellent, great. So we heard branchless, humanizing, omni-channel, and digital first. I think great perspectives. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for them. They are all recipients.